Rocks in Trader Joe's cookies. Insects in its broccoli cheese soup. Pieces of plastic in banquet frozen chicken strips. In recent weeks, U.S. consumers have seen high-profile food recalls for an unappetizing reason: they're contaminated with foreign objects that have no place on a dinner plate. And while no one wants to bite down on stainless steel in peanut butter or bone fragments in smoked sausage, this type of contamination is one of the top reasons for food recalls in the U.S. Food safety experts and federal agencies use the terms extraneous or foreign materials to describe things like metal fragments, rubber gaskets, and bits of bugs that somehow make it into packaged goods. Extraneous materials triggered 9 recalls in 2022 of more than 477,000 pounds of food regulated by the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Food Safety and Inspection Service, triple the number of recalls tied to food contaminated with toxic E. coli bacteria. And the size of recalls can reach into the millions. In 2019, USDA reported 34 recalls of more than 16 million pounds of food, spurred in large part by a giant recall of nearly 12 million pounds of Tyson chicken strips tainted with pieces of metal. Plastic pieces from freight conveyor belts, wood shards from produced pallets, metal shavings or wire from machinery are all common. So are rocks, sticks, and bugs that can make it from the field to the factory. Some contamination may even be expected, the FDA acknowledges in a handbook. It is economically impractical to grow, harvest, or process raw products that are totally free of non-hazardous, naturally occurring, unavoidable defects, the agency wrote. Both the USDA and FDA ask companies to promptly notify them when food is potentially contaminated with objects that may harm consumers. The agencies then determine whether recalls are necessary. Most recalls are voluntary and initiated by the companies, though the agencies can request or mandate the action. Regulators said the banquet issue was discovered when someone reported an oral injury after eating chicken strips. Conagra Brands Incorporated, which owns Banquet, declined to comment beyond the firm's news release. Trader Joe's wouldn't elaborate on how material got into the foods that led to its recent recalls. Detection of unwanted objects has vastly improved in the past several years, said Keith Belk, director of the Center for Meat Safety and Quality at Colorado State University. Large manufacturers use magnets, metal detectors, X-ray devices, and other technology to find unwanted materials in their products. A day where there's zero risk associated with consuming a food product, Belk said. AP business reporter Deanne Durbin contributed to this report. The Associated Press Health and Science Department receives support from the Howard Hughes Medical Institute's Science and Educational Media Group. The AP is solely responsible for all content.